guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are a day late. I do Fake It Friday. I've been doing it for about a month now and it's Saturday, but the week has been so crazy that I am just now getting this up. I apologize to you guys. Today we are doing brows and brow maintenance, so I show you guys how I wax my brows at home, how I fill them in, what products I use, all that jazz. So if you'd like to know how I got these brows, then just keep watching. Starting out, there are going to be a few things that you need. I always use little tongue depressors, I think is what they're called. Popsicle sticks is what I usually call them. And I'm not even going to show you guys my wax pot. Actually, yes I am. It's hideous right now. It's so loved. So I use this wax pot from Gigi. I think it came from Sally's. And the wax that I use, I believe, is by a brand called Satin Smooth. And that I think is a professional brand, but Gigi has a bunch of different options at Sally's or on Amazon. You might actually be able to get Satin Smooth on Amazon. I just haven't checked yet, so if it is, I will link it down in the description bar below. Gigi also has some microwavable options. I've used that in the past and that's been pretty good. The particular one that I use from Satin Smooth is a hard wax. Now I'm going to tell you the difference between a hard wax and a soft wax because it is a big difference. The hard wax is going to only adhere to your hairs. It's not going to take off a layer of your skin, which is what's going to happen if you use a soft wax. The only benefit to a soft wax is that you get that big piece of strip so you can like really rip it off good. But from my experience in the past, if I don't quite get enough of like the little hairs like on the inside, or I miss a couple here and I use soft wax again, I mean that's just taking off what I feel like is a lot of skin. And so with the hard wax, I'm confident in putting it back on there. It's only going to adhere to the hairs and pull them back off. Can we also just talk about my shirt for a second? Like, I'm still not convinced that it's never coming back. So as you guys can see, my eyebrows are very sparse. They always have been. They were like bigger when I was younger, but they were still just as sparse. So what I do before I even start is just comb them out into like the area that they want to lie in, just to see the shape that I'm working with. Here comes the fun part. So I'm going to take this and dip it in my wax. I only start out with like a little bit, and I let this kind of cool for just a second because you don't want to burn your eyelid. And I just follow the natural line. And it kind of dries quick, so sometimes I will get like a second little dip. And with hard wax, you want to have a decent amount of wax on the end because that's where you're going to be pulling from. So when you're putting the wax on, follow the growth of the eyebrow hairs and kind of go with them, because when we take it off, we're going to go against the growth. And you really want to take your time with this. I have accidentally taken off like half of my brow in the past. Thank God for brow powders. So you can tell when it's ready because when you touch it, it should be cool and it should feel hard and it shouldn't stick to your fingers. So what you're gonna do, kind of lift up one corner, hold your skin taut, and rip it off. And this is the most satisfying thing. And now you guys can see the real color of my skin underneath. So again, just tap, lift up a small section, hold it taut, and rip. And it should come off in one easy little bit. If it doesn't, like right here, I just use the back of the wax to just like get that off. Now once you do it, it might not be perfect, so now I'm going to go back in and really refine. It's like a spider web, it's awful. The reason you want to hold your skin taut is because it ensures that the product is going to come off easily and smoothly so that you don't have any pieces kind of left behind. So now that we've got the bottom done, we're going to do the very top. I start with the tail end first. And then I move inward. Here's where you really want to be careful because you don't want to take off your arch. And this side should be done. Sometimes I'll even like add a little extra to the end if I feel like it's not like thick enough. It just makes it so much easier to pull those tail ends off. Sometimes I will do in between my brows. I did have a unibrow growing up, like just a little bit of one, but so I've been waxing that for a long time, so the hairs don't really come back as much in through here, so these little ones that are kind of in here, I'll just tweeze. And then sometimes I will do my upper lip. I find that it just makes my makeup application kind of through here a little bit better, but today we are just focusing on the brows. So these are good and ready. Hold it taut. Now that I'm happy with how the brows are shaped, I will go in with an oil just to remove any residue. I'm not even sure if they make this anymore. I've had it so long, but it's my favorite. It's from the Body Shop. It's their Vitamin E Overnight Serum. And I literally just squeeze this onto a little cotton ball. Oh my gosh, I'm almost out. And then I go in and just take that off. Now normally you won't be wearing makeup. I just did because I didn't want to look dead, you feel? Going in with a fresh cotton ball that has nothing on it, I'm just gonna get that excess oil off. So now I'm just gonna touch up with my foundation and a little bit of powder to set it. And then we'll move into how to fill in your brows. So this is my current brow routine. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills spoolie angled brush combo, and I use their Dipbrow, or I'm sorry, I use her Dipbrow in the shade Ash Brown. I was using it in ebony. I have found that this looks a little bit more natural. I only do the ebony on the days where I'm wanting to be super dramatic. First, comb these back into place. Take a little on my brush, and I start filling in. So by the time I get to the front, I don't put any extra product and just kind of lightly in upward strokes fill in the front and connect it to the top. So you can see this eyebrow has been filled in, whereas this one has obviously not. So I just kind of follow the natural shape of my brows. They're not perfect, they're not those like Instagram brows by any means, but I like them to still kind of have a little bit of a natural look to them. So final step, I just comb that product through so that there aren't any like weird little clumps. We're just gonna smudge that eyeshadow back up. I don't recommend wearing false lashes. I didn't today obviously, but I don't recommend doing that because you might get wax in your eyelashes. So these are the final brows. This is the current brow routine that I've been doing, as I said before. This is part of Fake It Friday. Like I said, this is a day late and I apologize for that. It's been a busy week. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here and be a part of the fam. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.